Very good day, student. Today we learn about our first chapter, that is need of database management system. In this topic we learn about why we need the database management system. What is database? Okay, so why we need database management system, isn't it? To manage our database. To manage our data, we need what? Database management system. First of all, we should know that what is data. Data is the raw material. What is data? Data is the raw material that can be processed for any computing machine. Okay, whatever we are giving the instructions that are in which manner that are in the raw material. Data is raw material, and combining of all the data becomes what? Information. Okay, it can be represented of facts, concepts, or instruction in a formalized manner. Okay, data can be in many forms, that can be of facts, concepts, or instructions in a formalized manner. Okay, data can be facts or figure and bits of information such as name of student or an employee, marks of student, and any number. Like if you are making the database of a student, so student comprises of like student name, marks, class, roll number. These four things are the basic student information. So what is the student name? Student name could be only the data, that could be only the raw fact of the particular student details, which comprises of four data like student name, class, roll number, and subject. Okay, so the collection of data in an organized manner is called a information. All the information are combining would be known as what? Your information. But only a single part of information is known as what? Data, and that data could be of raw fact. Okay, it is not the complete set of information. Okay, it is a raw fact. Information is the process data on which decision and actions are based. It is converted into a more useful form. For example, a report card of a student is a conversion of loose data about marks he has obtained into a concrete information. Only marks, only English subject mark could be the data, but whole subject information is known as what? Your whole subject data is known as what? Your information, like which comprises of English mark, also maths mark, Hindi, social science. All the marks comprises of known as what? Your whole information. Okay, now why we need information? There are basically two needs for gaining the information. What are the two informations? Why we need information? To gain the knowledge about the world we live in and keep the system up to date. Okay, knowledge. What is knowledge right now? Knowledge is gaining awareness or building an understanding about someone or something, such as information. If we don't have the particular knowledge of the information, then we could not work on that particular thing, isn't it? So we should have the particular knowledge that what we are working on it. Okay, that are required through practical experience or education. Gathering information allows us in expanding our knowledge and helps us in decision making. Now what is database? The need of electronic data can be interpreted as large volume data can be stored in small space. Like you are using Excel, no? In Excel, you can store many types of data in a collaborated form. Okay, like in that particular Excel file, you could have the marks of the students, also the information of the student, also even you can have the status of the student, also that that particular student has paid their fees or not. All the information comprises are available in particular file. Okay, so the large volume data can be stored in a small space. Large volume of data can be processed easily, timely, and accurately by using what? Database. You can have in a one go, in a one place you are finding all the data. That's why it reduces your time, as well as you don't need to search your data in other places. You will get all the data in one place. The errors get less, so you will get the data in accurate form. Next, you can find it very easily. Every data will be available in one place, so you can find it easily also. Now the compiled data can be used and shared. It could be able to use and shared very easily. Next, compiled data is the best for data analysis. Data analysis means what? You can analyze your data in a better form. You can get your data in a more descriptive manner. Okay, now database is an organized collection of data. The information are being organizedly collected is known as what? Your database. All the relevant information when placed in an organized form makes a database. In short, an organized collection of related information is known as what? Your database. Whatever the data you are storing in an organized manner is known as what? Your database. Like information of a student, 100 information of the students are being stored in a one place. That information becomes what? Your database. So you are storing all the information in organized form. So it is known as what? Your database. What all operations you can perform on database? Like insertion you can do. Insertion means if you want to insert, if you have the database of 100 students, if you want to insert one more student in that, then you could be easily insert one more student details in your particular file. Next is deletion. If you don't want the, if some students has got the TC and they are not in your class, so you will do what? You will delete your information from that particular file. Okay, so deletion is also possible through what? Your database. Next is retrieving. Retrieving means you can get the information from whatever the information you have stored. Like if you want to get the roll number 5, what he have received the marks, so you will get easily the information that roll number 5 got what marks. Okay, you can get the information very easily. Means retrieving is also very easy. Next is updating. If you want that the 5th roll number marks has been entered wrong, so you could be able to update that particular marks. Okay, you can change that particular marks. Okay, and next part is a sorting. Sorting means what? Arranging. If the roll number has been not arranged in a particular order, so you can arrange that particular roll number in an order, and according to the roll number wise, all the data which has been related to your roll number will be also sorted in a particular manner. Okay, now what is database management system? You can database management system is a system software that allows the user to define, create and maintain the database. All the database are being managed in particular software. No, that software is known as what? Your database management software, which is used to manage your database. Okay, like say using the database management system, it is meant for easy, efficient and reliable data processing and management. You could be able to easily manage your system. It is very efficient, very correctly it will show your data, and even reliable also. You can work on it very easily. Okay, you could be able to create a database, you could retrieve information, you could get the information. Next, you can update the database, you could be able to manage the database. Even you can provide a mechanism for storage of data. Mechanism for storage of data means you can have some medium where you could be able to store your data in a well organized manner. Okay, you can see the block diagram also, how the data is being organized. Like say there are various type of application program. Application program means what? All the informations are being stored in what? In your database management system. Then this database management system goes to your file system. Under that file system, it will go, it will create what? Your database. Okay, now application of database management system. What are the application where we use database management systems? So in a banking we use database management system. How in banking database can be used? Like storing customer information. We can track the credit and debit transaction, whatever the transaction we are making. No, whatever we are crediting the amount, or whatever we are debiting our amount, whatever we are taking the amount, that all information could be stored in what? In your database. So in banking, by using this all method, we use what? Your database management system. Next is a telecommunication. In telecommunication field, how the database could be used? Keeping records of both incoming and outgoing calls. We can keep the incoming and outgoing calls records, isn't it? What all incoming calls we have received, for outgoing calls we are getting. Okay, prepaid calling cards, billing cards, this all things could be managed in where? In your telecommunication area. Okay, next, how in education we can have the database management role. What is the major role in education field? We can store and retrieve the data regarding the details of students, staff, even examinations. Okay, payroll is there. Payroll means what? Whatever the we are paying to the staffs. Okay, how much amount we are paying in the monthly basis. Those informations, attendance, fees, this all information are being stored in what? In your database management system in education field. Okay, Same the classification of the database user, administrator is there, developer and end user. And administrator means what? It maintains the DBMS, which is responsible for administrating the database. Who used to admin the particular database management? These are the person or group responsible for implementing the database system within the organization. Who is used to admin that? Who is used to manage that particular system is known as what? Administrator. Developer means what? Who used to develop that particular database. Who is responsible for designing that particular database, known as what? Your developer. Next is end user. End user is the consumer who finally uses database to insert, delete and update data in the database. Now next is differences between the DBMS and FMS. What is DBMS and FMS? DBMS means database management system and FMS means file management system. Just remember the abbreviation. DBMS is database management system, FMS is file management system. These are the two ways that could be used to manage, store, retrieve and manipulate data. But there are some differences between these two. Okay, file management system is the collection of raw data files and stored in hard drive, whereas DBMS is the bundle of application that is used for managing data stored in a database management system. In file management system, they could not be retrieved, manage, edit. All these things could not be done. Okay, we only could be able to just store our data in a particular manner. But in DBMS, we could be able to manage our database in a very wide manner. Okay, this is the major differences between these two. Okay. In file management system, earlier way was we were using for managing data, but right now we are using a database management system because it is the advanced feature by which we could be able to manage our data in a more easier manner. Okay. Now there are some characteristics of file management system. Each file is dependent on the other file. Each file is called a flat file. Flat file means not so much of organized manner. It is a flat file. Okay. File management is a group of files for storing data of an organization. We could be able to store our data in an organization. Is known as what? A file management system. Now there are some drawbacks. Data isolation. We could not be isolate our data. Okay. Now, what do you mean by data isolation? Data isolation is the property that determines when and how changes made by one operation become visible to other concurrent user. Okay, how the changes could be made, that is known as what? Your data isolation. Okay, so this feature could not be available where? In your data in your file management system. Okay, next is your duplication of data. You may find the data are duplicated. There is no method to erase the duplicate method. Rather manually we can do in the file management system, but in the DBMS we can be able to we can erase the duplicacy. Okay, next is dependent on application program. It is always dependent on the application program. It does not depend on their particular programs. Okay, next, what is the advantages of DBMS? There is improved data sharing. We could be able to data share in a more easier manner. It has the high security alert. Next is we could have the better integration of data. Integration of data means we can have the flow of data in a very better manner. Next is data. It minimizes the data inconsistency. The data is consistent, data is authorized. Okay, it minimizes the data inconsistency. All the data are accurate. Okay, next is improved decision making. We can be able to make our decision in a more better manner. Next, it improved the end user productivity. End user productivity means the productivity which has been made through the user, it has been improved in a more flexible manner. There is no complexity in creating the end user. Okay, next, what are the disadvantages of DBMS? It increases the cost. Okay, while we have this much feature, so cost also will be increased. Okay, complexity of managing it. For managing the data, we should have to be alert from tip to top. Otherwise, if we are not managing our data from tip to top, then might be there is some complexity of managing our data. We have to be alert every time. We have to be alert that our data has been managed clearly or not. Okay, next is frequent upgrade or replacement cycles. There are upgradations is available, so we have to frequently upgrade our system, our software. Okay, if we does not upgrade our software, then it could not be able to get the new features available. Okay, we have to be upgraded in a quick manner. This is higher impact of failure. If he does not organize it in a secure manner, if he does not manage it, if he does not upgrade it, then might be there is some failure chances which may affect your database. Okay, there is some architecture of database system. See, the design of DBMS depends on its architecture. See, this is the architecture. There is some external, there is a conceptual level, then internal level. We'll see one by one what is this all things. Okay, so there are 3 level architecture. First one is your external, second is conceptual, and third is internal level. Okay, DBA means database architecture should change database storage structure without making any change to the user's view. The internal structure of database should remain unchanged. Okay, the internal structure, whatever the internal structure is there, it should not be changed. It has to be upgraded in a better manner. Okay, now see, first external level or view level. External level can also be known as what your view level. So this level describes a part of the database that is relevant to each other. Okay, it insulates the user from the details of the conceptual level and the internal level. We get the data from where? From the conceptual level. In the external level, we get the view level. Okay, it describes the part of the database. Only the description part is being done where? In the external level. What does you mean by conceptual level or logic level? In this level, it describes what data is stored in the database. Whatever the data is stored in the database, it gives the described form. Okay, in where? In the conceptual level. Also, it describes the relationship between the data. If there is 2 or more data, then it gives us the relation between the 2 data, that what is the relationship between these 2 data. Okay, it hides the internal details of the physical storage. Whatever the data are being described or describes, this all data are being hidden. Okay, next, it represents all the entities, attributes, and their relationship. What do you mean by entities right now? A single person, place, or object about which data can be stored is known as what? Entity. Like a name, that is known as what? Entity. Next, attribute. Attribute defines the information about the entity. That what does this name mean? This information are being described for attribute. Okay, and the relation between these two are being described where? In your conceptual level. So in first level, that is external level, it describes the part of the database. Only the outer part it describes. Next, conceptual level, it describes the what data is stored. In the internal level is stored, but the internal level is hidden. It does not shown to the person or the descriptor that what does the what is being going on in the internal structure. Okay, also it defines what? Entities, attributes, and their relationship between these two. Okay, it defines all the constraints in the data. What do you mean by that now? Constraint limits are specified to the data being inserted in the database. Whatever the data are being inserted is known as what are constraints. Okay, it ensures security and integrity information. What information are very secure and it is hidden. Okay, it is not open to all. Okay, like the passwords are being there, we could not open to all. No, it is integrated, it is just hidden in our data. Okay, next, third part is our internal level or storage level. What do you mean by internal? It is the physical representation of the entire database. The physical representation of the entire database is known as what? Here, internal level. This level describes how the data is stored in the database. Now, the 3 things you should remember. In the first, it describes the database. First, in the first, this level describes the part of database, only the part of database, or we can see only the view of database. In the second level, it describes what data is stored, and third one describes how the data is stored. These 3 parts to be understood in these 3 levels. Okay. Now next is your schema. What do you mean by schema? The design of database is known as what? Your schema. How the designing has been done in your database is known as what? Your schema. There are 3 types of schema. First is external schema, second is conceptual schema, and third is your internal schema. External schema. What do you mean by external schema? It describes the external view that corresponds to different views of data. It is used to describe the external view that correspond to the different views. Okay, describes the external view only. Conceptual schemas means it integrates all the entities, attributes, and the relationship, and describes there that what is the relation between the attributes and the entities. Okay, I have said entities means the name, place, or whatever the thing is there. The single entity is known as what? Entity. Next, attribute, the which describes that what is that entity is, that what the name is, where the place is, that is known as attribute, and the relation between these two are being described where? In your conceptual schema. Next, third is our internal. This describes the internal level. Okay, there is only one conceptual schema and one internal schema, but there can be more than one external schema per database. Okay, means conceptual and internal can be one, but there could be more than one external schemas available in where? In your database. Okay, next is your data model. Data model tells about the logical structure of database. It has been categorized into three: object-based data model, physical data model, record-based data model. Then object-based data model are being described in various two. There is entity relationship data model and object-oriented. And record-based data model has been described in three. There is hierarchical data model, network data model, and relation data model. Let's see one by one. In the object-based logical model, it describes the data at conceptual and view level. Okay, in record-based data model, it specifies the logical structure of data with the record, fields, and attribute. The logical structure means whatever the structure has been there in the records, fields, and attribute. These three data are been described where? In a record-based level. And in the object-based logical level, it gives us the outer level, which describes only conceptual and view levels only. Okay, next is physical data model. It describes data at lower level of abstraction. Only the physical data are being described where? In your physical data models. Okay, only this much. Thank you. Have a nice day.